Welcome back to San Antonio Living. You know, every month we're sharing stories of people who have changed their lives for the better or people who are impacting others in a positive way. And this month, thanks to our friends at La Fogata, we're introducing you to two brothers who are separated by circumstance but united in their mission. Take a look.
We're good, you know, we always got along, shared everything. We had to share each other's shoes, share each other's clothes, share food, everything.
Including stories of hardship.
I didn't have a dad that loved me, and my mom, she dropped us off at a children's shelter and left us, and the streets loved me. You know, the gangs loved me. And even though it was for all the wrong things, but they still loved me.
Mike and Mark Alvarado say they were forced to grow up before their time, both landing in prison for different crimes.
But when people meet me and they don't know about my criminal history, they think I'm the nicest guy in the world, you know? And I think that's very important, that people need second chances, despite what they did in the past. You know, especially if you can see that change in them now.
Mike has served his time. Mark is still on the inside. But the brother still shares something, a mission that first began as a way to help Mark with some basic essentials.
There's a lot of things that I need in here that they don't give, and if you could just send me a couple dollars to help me out by hygiene and stuff like that, that'd be good.
So he asked me if I could sell his art and try to make some money off his art so that we would have extra money to send him every month. And I started putting it on the internet, I started putting it on eBay, I started putting it on Facebook, and people started liking it.
And the interest in Mark's art slowly began to grow, with orders coming in from Chicago all the way to Australia, and Artistic Konvicts was born.
They want it in a poster, they want it on a shirt because, you know, they have that connection to it.
My focus was on just trying to get some toothpaste and deodorant, you know what I mean? And then one thing led to another. It's like God trying to tell me, hey man, you can do something with it, because he brought my daughter into my life.
With the extra money made from those sales, Mark asked his brother to give the surplus to his daughter on the outside, and the movement inside this business took off.
A couple of inmates in here saw me drawing. They said, hey, you gonna sell some of these drawings? I said, yeah, but I'm gonna sell them out in the world on the website, so people that have got kids, they could help them out. And I said, mainly my kid right now, because that's all I'm trying to help out. And they said, well, can we put some more drawings and help out our kids?
This is my dream. You know, in 2006, my life changed when I was in prison. And ever since then, all I wanted to do was help people. You know, I wanted to love people, don't want to hurt people.
We try to tell them that we're trying to help you not just provide for your child while you're locked up, we're trying to help you build a bond with your child. We want you to communicate with them and express your love through the art. I
got letters from an inmate that has told me that he appreciates what we're doing. I get calls from their families that tell me thank you.
And the bond between these brothers has deepened also, when Mike helped Mark reunite with his daughter, who he recently met for the first time.
Try to stay strong, let her know, hey man, sooner than later, hopefully I'll get out of here and we could be together.
It's a wish Brother Mike also shares.
One day. Sorry. Well, he's gonna get out. I'm just waiting for him to get out.
While both brothers wait, their mission to help families of inmates grows, one piece of artwork at a time. And Mark says that the calling will continue, long after the day he is finally granted his freedom.
In every bad person and every bad circumstance, there's got to be some type of good, and we should all be the type where we should go look for that good and stop always looking for the bad, and understand that with every difficulty there comes relief. After every hurricane storm, there's going to be a sunny day. And that's what I try to look forward to.
And the Alvarado brothers are working to create more reunions and trips for families to the Cofield unit with the money raised from sales. In addition to money for inmates' families, Artistic Konvicts also gives back by helping the area homeless. And what you're seeing here is video of a project they did with Haven for Hope. And to learn more about the mission or to order your own custom item, you can log on to artisticconvictproducts.com. And you just saw him in the story there. Mike Alvarado is joining us this morning to tell us a little bit more. So good to see you. Thanks for coming this morning. I saw you get a little emotional there.
Yeah, all the time.
What's the status with your brother right now? When's he going to be able to get out?
He's on a 35-year sentence. He's been in there 11 years. He goes up for parole in 18 years,
Okay.
so 7 more years. But there's a lot of hope to get him a time reduction. So
Right.
we're working towards getting his case reopened and getting a lawyer in there. And we have to be very careful because we only get one shot at bringing his case back up to the judge. So we have a lot of high hopes for it because there's a lot of good evidence and good stuff that will help him get out.
I know this story aired on our sister station a couple of days ago. Have you had any feedback from people you know who've seen this story?
Yes, ma'am. I've been actually touched. As soon as we were done with the show, people were reaching out to us, asking us how they can help. And that's a big relief, you know, because I run the business and the nonprofit by myself.
Right.
You know, so when people want to volunteer to help, because they know right now we don't have the finances to, you know, pay them, they just want to volunteer, and people are reaching out from all over Texas. So I'm really excited and really touched and really grateful for that.
You brought in some more artwork this morning. Is this all done by your brother or other
Yes.
folks as well?
All the artwork I brought today is done by my brother.
Okay. And how does it work? If you make a donation, you get a piece of artwork? How does everything work?
Right. For the month of November and December, we're raising money to provide transportation for the children and their families to go up to the prisons to see them. So anytime you make a donation of $50, between $50 and $100, you get a shirt. $100 and up, you get a piece of art and a T-shirt, just for supporting the cause.
It's such an impressive idea to not only come up with the plan, but to see it through. You know, what's your future holding for you guys? Where do you see this going?
Helping out convicts who just get out of prison. It's hard for them to get a job, so we want to be the first ones there to say, hey, let's give you some income so you can, you know, get back into the social area and find yourself another job. Continue to help families, you know, and the children, building positive relationships between the children and the fathers. Because the fathers are in prison, they can still have a positive influence on their kids, you know, and a lot of them in there have a change of heart, and that's why I want to help them, because they're stuck in there for their time. And a lot of them within the first couple of years, they really had that change of heart, just like I did when I was there. So we work with them, and they're very appreciative of what we're doing for them. So.
Well, you're doing a great thing. Thank you so much for coming this morning and sharing your story. Very nice to meet you. The best of luck to you and your brother. And I do want to give everybody a little more information, again, so you can find out more about Artistic Konvicts, purchase some art, make a donation. Take a look at your screen, artistickonvicts.com. They're also on Facebook as well. And if you want to nominate someone to be featured in our Changed Lives series, head over to our website at newsforsanantonio.com and find the nomination form. La Fogata is located on Vance Jackson Rd. You can also learn a little bit more by calling their number on the screen or by logging on to lafogata.com. And while you're there, you can help change a life by tossing in a few coins into the fountains at La Fogata. Their Fountains for Youth program. All the money goes to the Roy Moss Youth Alternatives. It's a nonprofit committed to caring for children in crisis and ending the cycle of abuse. Well, up next, how you can